Any great project, team, ministry, or organization is fun to work with. So find and build the areas that are fun. Welcome to the Drew Coaching Podcast. My name is Eric Drew. Drew Coaching raises up leaders who shape the future. The podcast is a weekly boost for your leadership in 10 minutes or less. We're in season 3, and it's all about cheat codes for uncertain times. The cheat codes we've been looking at this season are clarity, competence, and culture. Now, I've heard a lot of feedback from our community that you are living and leading in uncertain times. We've made progress through increasing clarity, growing in competence, and now building culture. Now, don't forget, you can always go back on YouTube, Spotify, wherever you're listening to podcasts to catch up or share what you're learning with a friend. Thanks for sharing these episodes and being part of our community this season. So this is our 4th and last week about building culture, and we're focusing on a word that you've heard me say here before: fun. Throughout these learnings on culture, I've shared that building culture is the fun part. I hope that as you've been thinking about a culture of success, a culture of growth, a culture of connection, you've had fun with others. One of the challenges we've seen around these practices to build culture is that they're not always easy to measure, but there definitely have been actions we can take to build culture that I hope you've been working on. And here's the truth: any great project, team, ministry, organization is fun to work on. I remember when I was really in a rut and frustrated with a project. I had been there for a few years, so I knew the people well. I knew my role and responsibilities well. I had the yearly calendar down. I knew when to start planning which event and how to make good decisions so that they were successful. But there was this one coworker who was very critical, and I struggled to work with them. My creativity was drying up because planning cycles had become predictable. And there were some other challenges in the organization that made it hard to think outside the box and take risks. The next big project came, a project which in the beginning had been a lot of fun to work on, but I just wasn't feeling inspired anymore. When team members and ministry partners offered feedback, I received it as though it was criticism. Now, we worked through it and completed the project, but that's also when I started looking for a new job. This was a great organization. For a long time, I enjoyed the team. I think we had most of the right team members, but we just lost the magic and the fun of our work. Now I realize that not all of our work or jobs are fun. That's why it's called work. But I am convinced that if we're doing work that aligns with our purpose, we're doing it with good people, and we're having an impact on the world around us, hard projects can be fun. Repetitive tasks can be fun. Work can be fun where there's a great culture. And when projects and work are fun, you will see increased collaboration, creativity, engagement, and lower stress, even during anxious and uncertain times. Actually, I think building a culture of fun is a cheat code in uncertain times because it actually helps decrease anxiety and stress. So, where do you start if things in your world don't feel very fun right now? Here are 3 practices that you can begin this week to improve a culture of fun wherever you are. First, I want you to take short, fun breaks. Our minds can only focus on one task, project, or idea for so long. So when you've expired your focus for the current thing, take a break. Send a funny message. Take a short walk. Connect with someone to share a fun story or your recent favorite TV series. We all have fun in different ways, but take short breaks to find ways to insert fun in your day, especially whenever you feel like your focus is slipping. Then I want you to eat together without talking about work. One of the best ways to connect with other people throughout history has been sitting down at a table and eating together. And not just to fill our bodies with calories and energies so we can continue with the day. Eating together is the opportunity to share favorite restaurants or foods, tell stories, share more about life outside of work, and be present with people. Even as offices are hybrid and less of our work is in person, I'm seeing teams find time to be in person together. Hey, and by the way, budget managers, let the team or organization pay for the meal. If your people are always wondering if this is a work meal because they're talking about enough work or not and debating who needs to pay for it because it's not enough work, the debate's not fun. Bringing people together for a meal adds great value to the work, even if you're not talking about work. Find ways to do that. Finally, and here's a big one, I want you to think about making work and progress a game. Have you followed the research and learning about gamification? Duolingo, digital courses, and even many doctors' offices and schools have embraced this. Gamification takes hard tasks, learning, caring for your personal health, so many other things, and turns them into a game, or at least it adds elements of games. Some common elements of games that maybe you've noticed slipping into other tasks or apps or routines include breaking down big, long, complicated projects into small tasks and making progress easy to see, giving points or rewards, sharing medals, badges, or other recognitions of achievement, having some kind of scoreboard or leaderboard so that players or your team members see how they are doing. So, gamification is a way to make things more fun. And while you can't force fun, sometimes it's hard to measure fun, there are definitely practices you can use and share to build a culture of fun. Now, don't require them. Fun can't be required. But I want you to get curious and explore short fun breaks, meals, and how to turn what you're working on into a game. Now, usually I end podcast episodes with reflection questions, but this week my hope is that you go out and have fun and practice building a culture of fun. So, what are 5 things you could do during a short fun break during the day? Try them this week. At least write them down, put them into practice. Who are 3 people you could share a meal with this week? Do it, and don't talk about work. Where or how have you noticed gamification? What are you working on that you could turn into a game? Here's what's most important. We're living and leading in uncertain times. A great culture is a cheat code. Building a culture of fun is fun. And it will help you and those around you decrease anxiety and stress, even though there are many challenges. As you work on it, I want to help. You can find the show notes, these questions at drewcoaching.online. I'm on social media, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, sharing encouragement and the content so we grow together all week. And it really means a lot to me as you're sharing with friends, family, coworkers, pets, maybe not pets, but have fun. Especially this week as we think about fun, this is a good episode to listen to and practice together. You're a leader, you're creative, the world needs your voice. So build a culture of fun. Bring hope to life, and as you do all that, we're in this and we're better together.